All right, coming back at it. Sorry, part two. I don't have a clue what's going on about why these Facebook Lives are having difficulties. I'm sitting here in a hotel with full access to Wi-Fi. That's full signal, and all of a sudden it just malfunctions and shuts down. I'm totally not getting it. It's as if Facebook would like me to not have these lives out there, but that's just a conspiracy theory, right? Anyways, we're not going to stop. We're not going to back down. We're not going to quit. We're not going to give in. We're not going to crumble. We're not going to... Thanks for jumping back in, everybody. I see you, Deborah, Donnie, Colleen. Thanks for jumping back in here. Susan, thank you for getting back in here. Wait a few minutes maybe to see if anyone else can find their way. Hey, Tony, thanks. Appreciate knowing, thumbs, hearts, all the above. Everyone jumping back in. Sorry about that. Again, I have no idea. It just literally said, I got a little message box that said something malfunctioned and would have to try again. So apologize for that. Thanks for following. Hey, Tammy, thanks for jumping in. A few more minutes. Glad everyone. Thanks. Hey, let me know where you're watching from tonight. It'd be awesome. I'm out in California this evening, rocking the West Coast, which is a pretty awesome deal. So I'd love to know where you're watching at from tonight. That'll be awesome. But let's get back in this. If I can maybe get my mind back on where we were, talking about the limiting belief that we're trying to get to success instead of present reality thinking that has us positioned in success right now in who you are. See, for far too long, we have defined, hey Michelle, good to see you. We have defined who we are based on the things we do. That is a belief system that is completely limiting. And the reality is until we see that shift and come into the place of understanding that what we do should be coming out of who we are. And so when we understand we already are a success simply by being you, your actions, your creativity, your innovation, your thought processes, your motivations, your heartbeat, the frequency and vibration that you are releasing into the earth extends from that place of success instead of wearing yourself out trying to get to what you already are. Could you imagine if I got up every day striving to be a man? When in the reality is I already am a man, so I don't need to get up and try to be a man. I just get up and do what a man does. And so when you embrace present reality thinking that you already are a success, you get up every day and do what successful people do. But instead, we have limiting beliefs that want to trap us in the place where we think we have to get up every day and try to go do a bunch of things in order to be a success. Do you see the difference there? Drop me some thumbs or hearts or put some posts down there that lets me know that this is making sense, because I want us to get this. I want you getting up every day, living your life fully alive from the reality you already are a success. So you get up and do what successful people do. You manage your time well. You create and solve problems. You bring solutions. You lead people into fuller measures of who they are. You accomplish what you want to accomplish. You make right choices when it comes to your character and integrity and who you are. The successful people do things well. They do things right. They do things with character and integrity. They see solutions instead of problems. They see victory instead of losses. They see increase instead of decline because they live out of who they already are. They live from the place of success, not trying to get to it. So I'm trying to help us break these limiting beliefs. Hey, Bill, good to see you made it back. Break these limiting beliefs that want to try to sell us short in the reality of who we are. So you have to embrace a truth that's higher than the lies that's working to get you to live less. The question really becomes, are you living fully what you know? Are you living who you really know you are? Are you living at your highest capacity of what's really in you? Are you living out what you really burn with inside? Are you displaying, materializing, manifesting the greatness that's already within you? Or is the challenge to really believe there's greatness in you? See, that's that limiting belief. That's that limiting belief that wants to tell you because you've done this, or this has happened to you, or this didn't happen to you, or this failed, or this didn't work, or someone left you and someone did this to you, and you've never made enough money, and you can't seem to get things to work out right, and every time you try it doesn't work, and this person said this, and mom and dad were never encouraging, dad was never around. All these kind of scenarios that are legit and real and become the places where limiting beliefs try to take root and hold on our mindsets that begin to shove us down and push us down and demand that we stay lower than we're designed to be. So are you living above that, or are you living under that? And my passion tonight is to break those limiting beliefs in you, to say to you that you are actually already free to start living the fullness of the success you already are. You don't need another prayer meeting. You don't need another deliverance session. You don't need you might need those things, but those things aren't what you need in order to start stepping into the success of who you are. What it simply takes is for you to break the limiting belief in you and embrace the present reality of the success you already are, to the degree that it releases boldness in you to go start putting one foot in front of the other foot and live out the success of who you are. Does your marriage reflect the success that you are? Is your income or career reflecting the success of who you really are? Are your friends and your activities and what you do in your life revealing the success of who you are? If it's revealing something less, then you can identify you are living from a limiting belief. If you're seeing certain areas of your life beginning to rise into the success of who you are, you can start becoming aware of the areas where limiting beliefs are being broken, and you're starting to step into and manifest the success of who you are. These become extremely important for us, and I'm going to continue to hold this in front of us. We're going to continue to step forward in this together. I'm going to continue to push us in this reality because it's where I'm heading, and what I'm experiencing through the breakthroughs I want to keep passing on to you, because I believe in you, and I'm behind you, and I'm with you, and I believe every heart can live fully alive. And this present reality of hope is the boldness that thrusts us forward into all of who we really are. We have no need to hold back. We have no need to wait. You don't have to wait until next week or next month. You don't even have to wait until tomorrow morning to step into the reality of who you really are. You are already a success. You are powerful. You are great beyond measure. There is nothing that's limiting to you except what you believe of yourself and who you are. You have capacity. You have freedom. What Father has designed you to be, released you to be, empowered you to be, and made available for you to walk in the freedom of the reality of who you are, has you free, and free indeed, if we want to bring the words of Scripture into it. And you and I are now the ones who can freely walk out manifesting the power and greatness of who you are. Limiting belief says, well, we'll just have to wait till later, or wait until I this, and wait until I that, or wait until this changes, or wait until that changes, or wait until I can get this together. And well, if you want to keep living those limiting beliefs, and if I continue to live in those areas, you and I are going to keep living less than what is possible. And you're free to do that. That's how crazy the magnitude of this freedom is. You are so free, you're free enough to live bound. That's a crazy deal. I'm choosing to take the freedom that's been handed to me and keep walking out fuller measures of who I am as a display of His glory, so that it benefits others and causes the glory of the Lord to rise in all of the earth, and see the present reality of hope release sons and daughters into the fullness of the boldness of who they are. And I believe more and more are getting in this with us, jumping on this train, moving down this road with us, because we're tired of living something less than what we've been designed to live. And we know it. The agitation inside, the frustration inside, the tension inside, the stress inside becomes unbearable at times, because our heart already knows we were made for something more than what we're currently experiencing. And you and I can't just continue to sit around, wait around, just thinking that somehow it's just going to magically happen tomorrow. Tinkerbell is going to come and spread some kind of fairy dust on our pillow overnight, and we're going to wake up and everything's going to be different. It's not going to go down that way. It's going to require the place of you and I stepping up, moving forward, reaching out, and going after everything that we've been designed to go after. And it takes some serious effort, energy, and focus to identify the limiting beliefs that's holding us back. So tonight, I'm giving you an assignment. Tonight, I want you to write down 3 to 5 limiting beliefs. Maybe if you get a whole lot more than that, go ahead, be an overachiever and write out all of them that you can identify. But I want you to write down 3 to 5 limiting beliefs that you know you need to see broken in order for you to go on and manifest and materialize the success of who you are. Areas that you know you need to walk into the freedom you already have in those areas. I would even invite you to do this. I'm opening this up to you. I'm making this available to you. I'm putting myself out there a little further and extending myself to you in a fuller way to make this opportunity available to you. I want to invite you to send me a Facebook Messenger of those 3, 5, or if you list out 10. I want to see, let me say it this way. I can't explain the reality and the value of what it is for you to be vulnerable enough to communicate those areas that you know and realize that you need to step into freedom so that you come into the fullness of who you are. I want to invite you to send me a Facebook Messenger tonight before you go to bed. I want you to list those 3 to 5 out and send them to me in Messenger. I'll keep them private. Nobody else in the world will see them. You can bank on that. But the reality is I want to walk this with you. I want to see how we can walk together in the freedom we already have and see you explode into the reality of who you are, the success of who you are, and break these limiting beliefs. Because they're literally just a mirage. They're just smoke and mirrors, and we're able to get past them when we see the truth and of the present reality of who we are as sons and daughters. You and I can move forward in this together. So send me a messenger tonight, 3 to 5 things that you know are limiting beliefs within you that you need to see yourself come out from underneath and rise above and stand on that ceiling and walk forward into the freedom of the success of who you are. All right, already seeing messengers coming in. Thank you for sending some of those things. It's amazing to see us walk this thing out together. Get in on that. I'm extending myself to you in a fuller measure. I love to see you take up that opportunity, and let's go for it together. All right. Thanks for jumping in. Sorry we had to do 2 parts tonight. Dealin Hope next Monday night. I have a guest in here with us. I cannot wait. It's going to be an amazing time. 9:30 p.m. Eastern. I'll be back on the East Coast next Monday, or back in Eastern time next Monday night. Help others jump in here. Share this with others. Who do you know that needs to walk into some freedom beyond limiting beliefs? Get them in on these videos. Invite them even to jump in, and let's begin to dialogue about these areas of limiting beliefs so that we see them broken and we walk forward in the freedom of who we are. All right? Have a great night, guys. We'll see you next Monday night. Dealin Hope. Let's go do it. Live bold. Talk to you later.